Hello, it's Melinda from Scrapbooking Craft. Just coming on to do an update of my En Masse collection journal that Sharon Green put up a video on a while ago. I've sort of been collecting and doing a lot of prep work over the last month since my last video went up. Been requesting a few travel brochures and searching out for some cheap magazines and different things. So I thought I'd come on and do a bit of an update of where I'm up to and let you know what I'm doing, and then I might do a fortnightly or monthly update and a flick through. This is something my daughter and I'm working on, my daughter Alexis. You'll see some of her videos on my channel as well. She's 8 years old. I'm not sure whether we're going to do a collection journal together, as in the same book, work on the same book together, or whether she wants to do her own one. We sort of only started discussing this about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So I don't know whether she wants to do that or not. So I've made a journal. I was going to use a magazine, but I couldn't find any big magazines I liked, and I wanted to do a fairly big one, so I decided to make one. So I've actually made one out of a cereal box. In Australia, this is the biggest Nutrigrain box you can buy. It's over, let me get an A4 sheet of paper. This is an A4 sheet of paper. Or very close to your 8.5, 11, and you can see it's slightly bigger than that. So I have used the Nutrigrain box. The spine is a lot bigger. The spine actually comes out to, like, the spine is like that big. So what I've had to do is recrease the spine, and then I had the fold where it was on the box, which was causing a few problems folding when it shouldn't, and I also had to do a bit of dodgy up fixing down here. I actually had a coupon I had to cut out from the corner of the box, so I've plastered a bit more of the box over. So you can see a lot of masking tape, so I've masking taped around the edge. I'm actually going to do decorate some drop paper, or use some drop paper to decorate the front cover. So I may do that in a process video. I may do snippets of it in process videos and then just do a catch up every month and flip through. So what I did today is I actually reinforced the front cover with a bit more thicker chipboard. This is 1.8mm thick chipboard, or cardboard. I haven't reinforced the back yet. I think the back might be alright. What I've actually put inside for my pages is these are some old workbooks that my daughter had when she was before school. I was going through her book collection and we were culling really old books and things that she'd just grown out of, and she was going to throw these out. As you can see, she's done some of the activities in them, and these are aimed at pre-primary 3 and 4 year olds. So she's now 8, so yeah, you can do the math. These were sitting there for about 4 years. So it's nice paper. It's not shiny paper, so I thought the glue would take to it really nicely. And because they were staple bound, they're actually, if I can find the middle of it, they're actually folded pieces of paper, so I could make the book quite big. I actually cheated and used the staple holes, so they had 2 staples in each of the books, so there's 3 books in here as 3 signatures, and I've probably done this stitching the wrong way, but it's in for now. I may have to fix it. So I've just sewn in 3 signatures, and I think I've done it a bit loose, but I also wanted a lot more room for the pages to expand. So we've got this first one, and I've also used the cardboard covers. I'll probably have to gesso this page before I stick anything on it. So you can see there's some stickers through it and different things. There's scribbles on pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and set up some colour pages. I'm going to go through and set up my alphabet pages and a few more of the categories that Sharon Green did. And then I can, myself and my daughter, if she wants to work in this book with me, or we'll make her a separate one, because I've got loads more of these recycled books. A Let's Learn activity book that she's done different things in. This book is slightly bigger than this one, but I didn't think it mattered. And I've actually got room probably to put a smaller signature in between, but I also wanted room for it to expand as well. So that's the book I'll be working in. So you can see it's quite thick as well. It's probably, what, 2-inch spine at the moment, and it's got lots of wiggle room. I'm trying to get you a good picture. So it's got lots of room to expand. So my daughter and I have been cutting out in front of the TV some magazines. So if you're in Australia and wanting to do this, we have different magazines than obviously you can get overseas. So what we started with, and what is sort of fairly easy to find at our op shops or thrift stores, is sort of the fashion magazine. So we've started with some Marie Claire, which is really nice. You get some really nice girly images, bizarre and in style. So these ones were lovely, love that image. So my daughter and I have been deconstructing some magazines. Then we went out op shopping the other day. These are only 50 cents a magazine, which is about what I like to pay. And then we're out op shopping the other day, and we actually found a whole bunch of Time magazines. Now this was a whole year or a whole 2 years, and these actually had in it the old advertisements, which I will use for something as well. And the bits of junk mail that come with it, which I was very surprised about. So we got a whole bundle, I'd say about 50 of these. I don't know when they come out. They come out, looks like every week. So we must have got about 50, nearly a whole year's worth for $5. So we got about 52 of these. The Time magazines, they're from 1996, so they're a wee bit old, probably 20 years old, but I thought they'd have some really cool images that we could cut out. Had all this, the junk mail stuff, so I don't know where these come from, but nice aeroplane for transport page. So we are going to deconstruct those magazines, and then I was actually on the lookout for some National Geographic, and we went to quite a few op shops and couldn't find any, and then eventually the last one I thought I will just call in and see, and we found some of them. So these are quite old as well. That's 2000, 85, 86, and I actually got one from about 79, so these are quite old, but they're in quite good nick too, so I thought these would be fun to cut out different images of as well. And I want to try that Citrus Solve technique Shannon Green does with something on these. So we thought we'd cut. We haven't done any of the cutting out of these ones yet. These are only quite recent. We picked these up only a couple of weeks ago. But they had some fun images in them, and some fun pull-outs and things. My daughter and I also, apart from doing the collection journal, we're also using a lot of magazine cutouts in our art journaling, which is fun, collaging. So we've started to cut out. My daughter's really good at filing stuff away. So this is how we started to do our images. This is an old photo album, but I found the pages were ripping and it was really hard to get them in and out. So we've left our quotes in here for now, but they will be transferred across. So we can just sort of pull them out now. I'll show you my image binder in a minute. Oops. So my daughter and I cut quotes out, and you'll see in our upcoming journal pages that we use a lot of the magazine quotes as well. Oops, some that have too big to be filed away. So these, it's a bit hard to see all the quotes. I may have to do something different to this. But what we decided with our images was, there goes a quote flying out the folder. It's actually got one of my old scrapbooking albums and some of my page protectors I haven't used for my scrapbooking yet. Just get a white sheet of paper. And I'm using the Project Life plastic pockets. So some of the pockets, they're sorted sizes. So this one's got the 4x6s down the bottom and just a big pocket up the top. The images tend to, because of the static cling, they will cling. I'll just bring you to a page where they're all sort of, so we've got food. I'm going to have to put something behind them so we can see. This one's all sort of homey stuff, furniture and things. I've only done it one-sided yet, but we've got some blank ones because we've used some stuff. So my daughter's really good at sitting here and sorting them out. You'll sort of see these, they'll sort of sit there with the cling of the pockets, so I don't really want to put paper behind the pockets because I think all the images would fall down. I may put a plastic pocket. I've got full big plastic pockets with a bit of paper behind, but we're still working on. So we're sort of cutting out all sorts of images. So we've got sort of skulls. Love the skeleton. So a few of these come out of our junk mail. We've got Valentine's stuff. Sorry for the glare. Our binder's looking very empty at the moment because my daughter and I did go through it the other day and used a lot on our journal pages that are coming up in videos. So we've got sort of plants and things. We've sort of got home. So I was actually doing the Shannon Green version of taking a magazine and ripping out the pages that we didn't want and throwing them away. But because we started with nothing, a lot of the full pages I was keeping, and I think I only threw out like 5 pages of a magazine. So I was keeping more than I was throwing, but as we get more images in our binder, I'll be a bit more selective. I love the watches. My daughter used a watch the other day. So we've got different shaped watches. We've also got a lot of big A4 pages of girls. One's a really blue theme. This is sort of all beauty stuff and hair stuff. A few animals. Oops. This one I like, sort of sketchy people, people parts. This is faces and eyes. So we are slowly, jewellery, I love jewellery. Love this bird jewellery, that's really cool. Oh, I've got legs. I was making some people the other day. We've got shoes. I love the shoes. So I'm yet to decide how I want to actually display them. I've got sunglasses. The full pages. I do have these big full pages, the 12-inch pages, so I may just put like all the people, all the backgrounds in the plastic pockets. So that is how our collection journal is going, or my collection journal is going so far. We're having so much fun. My daughter and I often sit in front of TV and go a couple of magazines and spread out. I'll do a lot of the cutting and she'll do a lot of the filing, which is nice. So we're having fun doing that at the moment. So I may work on this cover and do a video of it. The next step I have to do in prepping my book for my En Masse or collection journal is I need to do some tabs, which I will have enough room for the tabs. If you can see the book, there's enough room. I sort of purposely left about 1 inch to be able to have the tabs there, so that I don't get knocked off. So I'll do my tabs. I may go through and paint my colour pages, or some of them are quite, like this could be a yellow page, this could be a green page. Actually I might leave these as, some of these in here as the colour pages, but I probably want to do double pages. Haven't thought that far ahead yet, talking to myself now. So when I do a bit more prep in it and start sticking in some pictures, I will bring you back on and show you what our book looks like. And if my daughter makes one as well, we'll show you her book. So thank you for watching, and that is where I'm up to with my En Masse collection journal that Shannon Green has started us on the journey of. So it is lots of fun. Thank you. Goodbye for now.